네, 이곳은 대한민국 서울의 가장 힙하고 젊은 거리 홍대인데요. 오늘 정말 특별한 분과 함께 특별한 장소에서 인터뷰를 한번 진행해 보려고 합니다. 네, 우리 거텀 어난드 님이신데요. 자기소개 한번 부탁드리겠습니다.
I'm Gautam and I lead the YouTube business here in Asia.
자, 이번 행사를 이 젊음의 거리 홍대로 선정하신 특별한 이유가 있나요?
So Hongdae is known for one of Korea's best universities for the arts. There's a lot of young people, very strong creative energy, and we're holding our second annual Creator Summit right here in Korea. And we thought that the neighborhood really matched what YouTube stands for and what our creators stand for.
지난번 크리에이터 서밋이 호주에서 열렸던 걸로 기억을 하는데요. 이번 대한민국 2018 크리에이터 서밋은 어떤 점을 가장 중시 여기시는지 궁금합니다.
So Korea has always been an extremely important market for us. We're so happy with the growth that we're seeing of Korean creators. Really, that Creator Summit is about us creating a community and getting our creators together so that they can form a community. And I think it's important for us to take them to different parts of Asia so that they can interact with creators from that country.
자, 그러면 더 진지한 이야기, 자세한 이야기를 위해서 행사장으로 이동을 해보도록 하겠습니다. Let's go! 와, 진짜 좋은 것 같아요.
Top Creator Summit is.
아시아에 있는 크리에이터 분들을 위해서 다국어로
Top Creator Summit for Asia. We've
스케줄들을
80 of our creators here.
네, 확인할 수 있도록 너무너무 잘 돼 있는 것 같습니다. 저기 이제 기념품들이 있다고 해요. 정말 특별한 굿즈들, 이번 행사에서만 볼 수 있는 건데, 근데 이렇게 행사장을 다채롭게 구성을 하시려면 정말 많은 분들이 노력하고 시간도 많이 들었을 것 같아요. 네, 어떠셨나요?
Yes, it's taken us months to prepare for this. It was really important for us to get it right. We've got 80 of our top creators from across the region here with us for this week, and it was really important for us to make them feel comfortable. So after this, I want to show you one more place.
네.
So let's go there now.
Okay, let's go. 자, 여기가 크리에이터들이 네트워킹을 하는 공간이자 다양한 액티비티들이 벌어지는 루프탑 바인데요. 디테일이 있어요. 이렇게 막 유튜브 마크도 붙어 있고, 네, 이 호텔을 아예 통으로 빌린 유튜브 클래스입니다. 예, 음료가 온 것 같아요. 네, 자, 그러면은 어쨌든 한국에서 펼쳐지는 서밋이니까 건배를 하도록 하겠습니다. 건배!
건배!
건배! 자, 저희는 지금 2018 아시아 크리에이터 서밋이 펼쳐지는 호텔의 가장 좋은 방에 와 있습니다. 아무나 들어올 수 없는 곳이라고 하는데요. 이곳에서 또 유튜브와 또 크리에이터 생태계에 대한 다양한 이야기들을 좀 진솔되게 나눠보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 먼저 거텀님 자기소개 부탁드립니다.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
My name is Gautam and I lead the YouTube business here in Asia. I've been at Google for over 13 years and got involved with YouTube pretty much right after the acquisition in October of 2006. My first role was to figure out where to launch YouTube internationally. And in 2009, I moved to Singapore to really focus on building our operations here in the region.
아시아 지역에서 일을 하시면서 가장 중점적으로 생각하는 부분과 아시아 지역에서의 유튜브의 발전 방향에 대해서 어떻게 생각하시는지 좀 총괄적으로 이야기해 주시면 좋을 것 같습니다.
So it's an exciting time for YouTube and for the region. Globally, we today have 1.9 billion logged in users that are coming to our site and consuming over 1 billion hours of content every day. And a lot of that viewership is coming from right here in Asia. In fact, APAC is the fastest growing region for us globally, and 5 out of our top 10 markets for viewership are right here from this region. The fact is that 40% of the world's population is right here in Asia, and we're really excited about all the new users that are coming online for the first time. If you look at the improvements in access and the cost of data coming down, that's leading to explosive growth for us across India and Southeast Asia. And we want to make sure that we are building products that are suitable for markets which have such data constraints. And so taking YouTube Go as an example, this was a product where our engineers came to markets like India and Indonesia and really looked at what users wanted and what product would work in data-constrained environments. And it's a product that was really built for users, taking those users in mind, and now it's available in over 145 different markets. We continue to be focused on building and helping our creator ecosystem. So programs like YouTube FanFest that started 5 years ago now are available in 10 different countries. We've taken the concept of our spaces and created something called pop-up spaces, which is now available. We've taken to 8 different markets here in Asia. We want to be more transparent and we want to communicate a lot more with our creators. We're focused on creating better policies and also enforcement of those policies. And we're also excited about bringing YouTube Premium and our new YouTube Music service into more markets in Asia. And that includes more investments in YouTube Originals. We've had really great success with Originals right here in Korea with programming that we've done with BTS and Big Bang. And we're also creating Originals in Japan. And we hope to bring all of those products to more markets across the region.
저는 개인적으로 인기 급상승 영상, 일명 트렌딩 탭에 있는 컨텐츠들을 자주 찾아보는데요. 크리에이터다 보니까 예전부터 어떤 방식으로 인기 급상승 영상이 선정되는 것인지가 굉장히 궁금했어요. 말 그대로 컨텐츠가 공개된 직후에 빠른 시간에 영상을 보는 사람들이 많아지면 선정이 되는 것 같기는 한데 게임 영상은 상대적으로 인기 급상승 영상이 잘 되지 않는 것 같더라고요. 그런 이유가 있는지 또는 인기 급상승 영상이 되는 특별한 알고리즘이 있는지 궁금합니다.
So we know that creators care a lot about the trending tab. The reality is that it actually drives very little viewership. The trending tab is really meant to showcase videos that are broadly appealing. And it's not really about videos that have the most views, but think about broadly appealing to a general audience. Think about your parents or grandparents coming to YouTube or someone coming to YouTube for the first time. It's really meant to showcase content that may be interesting to them. When it comes to gaming, gaming typically has very passionate niche audiences that care about gaming content. And the reality is that when it comes to gaming viewership, it's never been stronger than it is today on YouTube. And I would say that YouTube is probably one of the largest platforms globally for gaming content today.
자, 이번에는 라이브 컨텐츠 관련한 질문을 드리려고 하는데요. 개인적으로 현재 유튜브 라이브 컨텐츠는 일반 컨텐츠들에 비해서 검색이나 노출이 잘 안 되고 있다고 생각을 합니다. 이 때문에 라이브 컨텐츠에 장점이 있는 소규모 크리에이터들이 플랫폼 자체에서 인식이 되지 못하거나 인지도를 얻는 데 실패하고 있는데요. 이 문제를 개선할 만한 계획이 있으신가요?
We can also support live at significant scale. So recently, El Rubius live streamed Fortnite on YouTube, and it had 1.1 million concurrent users. Last month, we live streamed Fuji Rock Festival that was watched by over 12 million people worldwide. So we're also operating at significant scale. And the other part of your question was around the discovery of live content. The reality is with 400 hours of content being uploaded to YouTube every minute and a lot of live content as well, that's a tough problem. But we're always working hard to figure out how to solve that. The discovery of live today works very similar to discovery of VOD content. So it shows up on search, on Watch Next, on recommended, and on the homepage as well. It's an effort for us to make sure that we continue to try to put the right content in front of the right users at the right time.
유튜브 라이브를 하면 이제 일반 업로드된 VOD 컨텐츠들과 다르게 VIP 구독 유저를 위한 특별한 채팅 기능이라든지 슈퍼챗 기능들을 활용할 수 있는데요. 이 이외에도 라이브만을 위한 특별한 기능들을 업데이트할 예정이 있으신가요?
Our history with live goes back to 2010 when we did the live streaming for the Indian Premier League, which is a very popular cricket tournament to a worldwide audience. Since then, we've continued to try to improve the live experience on YouTube. And today, we're actually supporting live at a pretty large scale. And so we've actually got a great live product today, and we are adding new features to it. So Super Chat works great and helps monetize live streams. And the new product that we're really excited about is Premieres. Premieres allows you to create a VOD video and pre-schedule it for release at a specific time. And then it allows your fans to come to YouTube at that time and interact with each other and interact with you while they enjoy the content together. Imagine your creators and you sitting in the same theater enjoying the same content at the same time. And some of the new features we've recently added to live are live automatic captions, live chat replay, and we made it really easy for creators to go live with the touch of a button, either on their PC or mobile devices.
자, 이번에는 저작권과 수익화에 관련된 질문을 좀 드리려고 하는데요. 지금 이제 문제가 되고 있는 이슈 중에 직접 제작한 오리지널 영상 혹은 오리지널 제작자들에게 이런 노란 딱지가 붙어서 수익화에 문제가 생긴다는 의견이 좀 있습니다. 이런 이유는 무엇인가요?
So we published our advertiser-friendly guidelines in the Help Center to help people determine what content can or cannot be monetized. We aren't telling creators what content they should be creating. In fact, we value the authenticity that our creators bring to our platform, and the community guidelines haven't changed either. But at the same time, advertisers also have a choice about where their ads should show up, and they do care about brand safety and brand suitability. So as a creator, when you're thinking about creating content, you have to think about that trade-off, about the content that you're creating, and really put on the advertiser's hat as well and think about whether or not they would be comfortable advertising against that content. We've also recently launched something called Video Self-Certification, which allows creators to be able to tell us what's in their video. And that's going to help us also determine the monetization status for those videos and improve those decisions.
게임 콘텐츠 이외에도 정말 많은 콘텐츠들이 새로운 크리에이터들과 함께 만들어지고 있습니다. 크리에이터들에게 지속적인 콘텐츠 제작을 유도하려면 또는 직업으로서의 가치를 어필하기 위해서는 이 일이 좀 더 안정적으로 발전해 나아가야 된다고 생각을 하는데요. 지금의 콘텐츠 광고 수익, 슈퍼챗, VIP 기능 이외에도 유튜브가 이제 크리에이터들을 위해 제공하는 새로운 수익화 모델에 대한 계획이 있을까요?
So YouTube allows creators to be able to connect to fans globally and earn a living from what they're passionate about. We've created an entirely new global economy based upon that. The fact is that even today, a majority of the revenue for creators comes from advertising. And when we look at ad revenues that our creators are earning, we've seen 50% growth in creators that are earning more than 5 figures year over year, and 40% growth in creators earning over 6 figures year over year. We also realize that there are additional ways in which creators could monetize their presence on YouTube, and so we're excited about alternative monetization products like Super Chat, and are looking to expand that to offerings such as channel memberships, ticketing, and merchandising, and we're working hard to bring those products to more and more countries on an ongoing basis.
자, 마지막으로 크리에이터와 크리에이터 커뮤니티 그리고 유튜브의 이미지 개선과 발전에 관련된 질문을 드리려고 하는데요. 지금 이 크리에이터 서밋처럼 탑 크리에이터들을 대상으로 하는 이벤트 이외에도 중소 크리에이터들을 위한 다양한 이벤트들 혹시 기획된 게 있을까요?
So the YouTube community, the program you mentioned, was something we started in 2015, and it was focused on both offline and online events. We're always trying to evaluate how to best support our creators. And today we have various programs that allow us to do that. Take, for example, YouTube Fan Fest, which was something that was born here in Asia 5 years ago in Singapore, and now we've expanded that to over 10 markets. We've got YouTube Spaces in both Tokyo and in Mumbai, India, and we've taken that concept and we've created something called pop-up spaces that are now something that we brought to 8 different countries across Asia. So programs like pop-up spaces and Next Up really allow us to help upskill our creators. And in addition to that, we do a lot of creator education workshops. As part of these events, we do a lot of creator education workshops in general to help build the creator community. And on top of that, we've got a lot of online resources. So recently, we've created a social handle both in Japan and India to interact more with our creators. We're putting a lot of information in the Creator Studio dashboard, where we're putting a lot of news and relevant information for creators because that's where they spend a lot of time. So the effort to make sure that we're educating our creators and up-leveling our creators and building the community is an ongoing effort for us, and we have a lot of different programs that we continue to evaluate and take to different markets. And all of these efforts are actually proving to be very fruitful. If you think about FanFest as an event, I think the first one we did in Korea was 4 or 5 years ago, and a lot of the early FanFest, we had a lot of non-local talent on stage. And if I now go to FanFest that we're having in a lot of our local markets, the reality is that what you see is a lot of local creators on stage. And I think that that proves that a lot of the effort that we made in building the creator community here across Asia is really showing some amazing results.
최근 유튜브의 파급력이 높아지면서 자연스럽게 좋지 않은 방향의 파급력들도 같이 커지고 있는 것 같은데요. 가령 인기 급상승 영상의 문제점을 좀 짚어볼 수 있을 것 같습니다. 가짜 뉴스나 자극적인 컨텐츠 혹은 반사회적이고 비공익적인 컨텐츠들도 상당수가 인기 동영상에 오르기도 하는데요. 이 때문에 유튜브 환경 자체가 오염되고 있다는 우려 섞인 목소리들도 나오고 있습니다. 이런 문제에 대해서 유튜브가 준비하고 있는 계획들이 있을까요?
So our recommendations engine was really meant to address most of our use cases on the main app. And when it comes to content like news, we don't always necessarily get it right. But news and authoritative news is something that's extremely important to us, and we're really working hard to make sure that we address that issue. So one of the products that we recently launched is something called the Breaking News Shelf. So if there's an event that is a news event that's important for a particular market, on the homepage you'll have a breaking news shelf, which contains only authoritative news sources, which are pre-approved by the Google News team. So this is an area that we care a lot about, and we want to make sure that we are taking those authoritative news sources and putting them in front of more of our users. I completely agree. There are certain categories of content that we don't think belong on YouTube. So extremism-related content, content that endangers children, content that incites violence, pornography. And we've invested a lot of resources, both on the technology side and human resources as well, to make sure that that content does not stay on YouTube and show up on YouTube. We released a transparency report that showed that in Q4 of 2017, we deleted 8 million videos using machine learning and the teams that we built around our trust and safety organization.
자, 마지막 질문 드리도록 하겠습니다. 이제 크리에이터가 엄연한 직업으로 인정받는 시대가 됐는데요. 그리고 정말 많은 크리에이터 분들이 책임감을 가지고 선한 영향력을 사회에 끼치기 위해 노력하고 있습니다. 유튜브가 이러한 크리에이터 분들과 함께 공공의 이익을 위해 협력할 수 있는 방안에 대해 생각해 보신 게 있으신가요?
So we completely acknowledge that creators have tremendous influence and connection with their fans. And in a lot of instances, they use that to drive positive change and are very passionate about causes, certain causes that they want to support. So we've got a program called Creators for Change that we're very excited about, and we've got several creators from Asia that are participating in that. We also think that there's opportunity for us to create products that will allow creators to be able to raise funds for causes that they support, and that's something that we're taking very seriously and hopefully we'll be able to bring to life soon.
자, 지금까지 유튜브 아시아 태평양 지역 컨텐츠 파트너십 총괄이신 거텀 아난드님과 함께 이야기를 나눠봤는데요. 크리에이터 분들이나 관계자 분들께 도움이 되는 시간이었길 바랍니다. 네, 오늘 너무너무 감사했습니다.
Thank you for having me. I do have something for you as a gift to show our appreciation.
Thank you. 확인해 보도록 하겠습니다. 네. 오, 이거 뭐죠? 시계인 것 같은데? 네. 뭔가 특별한 시계인 것 같은데, 한번 집에 가서 꼭 차보도록 하겠습니다. 여기 엽서도 있어요. 네. 직접 쓰신 건가요? 네. 도티님께라고 해서, 네. 잘 읽지는 못하겠지만, 이것도 집에 가서 한번 해석을 해보도록 하겠습니다. 네. 또, 한국말에, 네, 오는 게 있으면 가는 게 있다고요. 저희도 또 선물을 준비했거든요. 네. 유튜브가 있었기 때문에 가능했던 이 도티 캐릭터 상품들을 또 우리 거탐 아난드님께 전달해 드리도록 하겠습니다. 네. 요게 도티 인형이에요.
Wow.
네. It's me.
Oh, my 7-year-old will love this.
네.
Great.
그리고 요건 이제 옷이고요. 집에서 그냥 편하게 잠옷으로.
I'm definitely keeping this one.
네. 입으시면 될 것 같고, 요 도티 컵입니다. 네. 여기다가 커피도 타드시고, 네, 녹차도 타드시고 하면 좋을 것 같아요. 네, 이렇게 저도 유튜브 크리에이터 활동을 하면서 다양한 굿즈들도 만들게 됐고, 많은 분들과 소통하게 됐습니다. 네, 앞으로도 유튜브가 훨씬 더 나은 생태계로 발전해서 많은 크리에이터 분들, 그리고 많은 관계자분들이 행복한 세상에서 행복하게 컨텐츠를 만들 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다. 오늘 너무 감사했습니다.
Thank you. It's great. He really knows how to promote himself. Subscribe to his channel.
안녕!
감사합니다.